Hi everybody, it's Nikki here and welcome to a makeup video, and it is the start of a brand new project pan. This is created by Alyshia or Ali, and she's a member of the Fantastic Ladies collaboration group on Facebook, so I will link all the information for you in the description box down below if you want to check out this project pan. It is called This is Pantasy, play on the word of fantasy and panning. And if you know me at all, you know that I had to do this project. Fantasy is my favourite genre to read, to watch films, to watch TV programmes. It's just, come on, my whole persona is mermaids. Couldn't get any more fantastical than that. So I had to do this project pan, even though I have far too many on the go already. It is a year-long fantasy panning project running from the 11th of October this year until the 11th of October in 2022 next year. So yeah, there's a lot of products here and a lot of characters or creatures that we have, but I believe the updates are bi-monthly, so hopefully we should see quite a bit of progress on each update, but I'm not going to update you every update on all of the products, just the products that I have visible or noticeable use or goals on. So I will be maybe in the updates only showing you 5 or 6 products that I've really been working at, and then the ones that are slowly plodding along I will wait till there's definite usage or goals hit on them. So yeah, so the first creature is a basilisk, and for that one we need a dark, I said this last time, for that one we need a dark matte shadow. So I'm gonna pull in from my I Heart Makeup Chocolate and Peaches palette, and the shade that I'm going for is Luscious. It is this one, and it looks like that, and that is the shade. Now I do want to try and hit pan on that. As you can see, I have quite a lot of pan already in this palette, and my main goal for this palette for 2022 is to hit pan in all of the shades, although probably not these two really dark ones. But they're shimmery shades, so I couldn't use that for this prompt. But I want to hit pan in all of the shades in this palette, and then I'm going to think about decluttering it because it is one of my oldest palettes now. So I'm going to be working on this shade for the basilisk and trying to hit pan. You will see that palette again though later, so yes. The next product is for the Centaur, and that is a duo product. And for that one, I have this Revolution Eye Glisten in Desired. And on one side we have a glitter, and on one side we have a cream eyeshadow. And they both look like this. This looks like it's starting to dry out, so I definitely want to get this used. But this has a 10 uses goal on it, and I will see how that goes, and then if it is drying out or it is starting to make my eyes itch, I can declutter. The next item is the Chimera, and for that it is a franken product, so something that I have like mixed 2 products in together to make one. And for that one I'm going to use the highlighter that I crushed and frankened into this Physicians Formula packaging. So as you can see, I have half a highlighter left. My goal for this one is just to use a quarter of this up. It is rather thin, and it's a beautiful highlighter. So yeah, I don't want to finish this off. If I do, great, but I do have some other highlighters in other project pans, so I just want to work on a quarter of this and get that out and finished. The next item is for the Cyclops, and for that one we need a single eyeshadow. For that I am choosing my MAC single eyeshadow in Dust Off. This is also kind of a highlighting shade, so it's very bright, and it looks like that. I plan on using this one as a inner corner highlight, so yeah, that is that one, and I would just like to hit pan with that one. The next item is for the dragon, and for that we need a large product. So I am picking up this very large tub of Body Shop's Vanilla Pumpkin Body Butter. So it is the big one, it's the full 200 mils, and it is brand new. It smells divine. Oh, I love that smell. And I would like to use this all up. Is that going to take me quite a while and probably all year? Yes, but I'm determined to do it. So yeah, I'm going to use all of this up. The Body Shop Vanilla Pumpkin Body Butter. The next item is the e.l.f. product, and something that makes you feel beautiful. And for that, it's painting my nails. When I have my nails painted, I feel feminine, I feel beautiful. I don't know what it is about it, but I picked a nail polish. This is a sleek nail polish, and these dry down matte, so that's going to be quite unique for me because I normally have like glossy nails. This is in the shade Birthday Suit, and I would like to use this 10 times. That could mean that I finish it. I don't know. I don't know how many uses are in here, but if I get to 10 uses and there's only a little bit left in it, like less than half, I will continue to try and use this up by the end of the project. But we'll see how 10 uses go first, and then we'll take it from there. The next item is for the fairy product, and that is a plant or nature themed item. And for that one, I chose my Body Shop Elderflower Cooling Eye Gel. It is unperfumed, and I have just that much left in there. I use this every day, every night and every morning. So this is going to be one of those products that is going to be slow and steady to finally finish off. I do want to use this up completely. If you suffer with dry or flaky eyelids, this thing is superpower. Like, it has a superpower. This has sorted out my eyelids perfectly, so yes. Do be careful though, because if you apply too much, it can sting a little, but it's unperfumed, so you shouldn't be too badly affected. But yeah, I want to use all of that up. The next item is for the giant, and for this, it is a product that you loved before the beauty community made it big. For me, that is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I have two of these now. I have this old packaging, which is in the slim one, and then I have the newer packaging where they repackaged it and it's now in a much thicker bottle. I have always loved this concealer even before I really got into YouTube. I remember having this when I was younger, yeah, I've always liked collection makeup. It was always the type of makeup I used to buy before I got into YouTube. So yeah, I want to try and use all of this up. The next item is for the Gnome, and that is a gemstone or mineral themed product. And for that one, I am going for a perfume. This is the Avon Rare Gold perfume, and I have marked it, and we are starting there. So hopefully this will be maybe slow going at first, but then get used up quicker and quicker near the end because of the shape of the packaging. So yeah, I really like this perfume. It really smells nice. So I want to use all of this up. The next item is for the goblin, and that is something that gives you trouble. The item I have picked is double trouble. It's a blush. And I know you're thinking, Nicola, aren't you already panning a blush in another project pan? Yes, I am. That's why it's double trouble, because like normally I don't put blushes into project pans, and now I have two of them in one. So this is a collection soft glow blusher, and it is brand new, never been touched. And the reason again why it's double trouble is because it's called Trouble. So yeah, it's double trouble because it's called Trouble, and also it is trouble trying to pan a blush. So I'm not going to try and pan this, I'm just gonna have 20 uses on this. I figured 10 uses was too quick because I can do that maybe in 1 month, so maybe 2. So I want to put 20 uses on this instead. The next item is for the Hydra, and that is something that you keep panning but you never finish. And for that one, I'm going to put in my number 7 Stay Perfect Shade and Define eye pencil in Gunmetal Grey. This is absolutely stunning, so gorgeous. It's a really beautiful colour. And it looks like that. And the thing with these is once you apply this to your eyes, it does not budge. It goes nowhere until you physically remove it. They stay. They really do stay. I do have quite a bit of this left, so this is going to take probably all year of the project pan to finish. So I will only show you when I have sizable use on this, but I do want to finish it. It is one of my oldest eye pencils, and I really do, like, I want to finish this one so I can buy another one, but I refuse to buy another one until I finish this one because they take so long to use up. So yeah, I want to finish this one off. The next item is for the Kraken, and that is something that has lots of pigment. So what better to pick than a pigment? So this is the Glitter Dust by Barry M, and it's in the number 26. I wish they'd give them names. But it is this beautiful mermaidy blue kind of colour. I would dig my finger in, but it always gets under my nails. So there it is there, absolutely stunning, so pretty. I do not use my pigments near enough. In fact, I don't think I've used one of my pigments all year. So by putting it into this project pan, I will finally get some use out of it. And I do want to try and use this 10 times. So yeah, it's 10 times more than it's been used in the last year. So yeah, I don't like sticking my finger in it because it gets in my nails. So that's that item. The next item is for the Leprechaun, and this is something that you think you will have good luck with. So for that one, I went with an Elf palette. This is in the jalapeno shades. And the reason why I think I will have good luck with this one is because I'm putting a 10 uses goal on this one. And the reason why I think I will get lucky hitting that goal is because I have another green palette in my Noughts Pan Crosses project, and I think that this green here would be a great transition shade to go with the greens in that other palette, because I don't like the transition shades that are in that other palette. So I think that I will definitely be reaching for this one quite a lot when I'm trying to work with the other palette as well. So that's why I've got 10 uses on this, and I think it's going to be very lucky for me to use it. The next item is my favourite. It is the Mermaid, and for this one we need a woman-owned company. Now I did have to Google this because this is something that doesn't really bother me, like who owns a company. It's not something that I've ever really thought about when purchasing products. When I purchase a product, I think, do I need it in my collection? Do I like the colour stories? And is it worth the price? So yeah. But for this, I discovered that Tarte was owned by a woman, or is owned by a woman. So I thought, what better product to put in for the mermaid prompt than the Be a Mermaid and Make Waves palette. This is absolutely stunning, and yet I've barely used it. I think I've used it maybe 3 or 4 times, not enough for the price that I paid and for how beautiful this is. So I just want to use this a total of 10 times because this is also something that I never want to pan. I did a video a few years back now of products that I will never pan in my collection, and this was one of those products. It goes against all the grains of my bones, but I just never want to see this used and abused. I want to keep it beautiful and pristine because I love it so much, but I do need to use it more. It has a beautiful vanilla scent as well, so I absolutely love that. And the colour story in here is absolutely stunning. I love it. So yeah, I just want to use it 10 times. The next item is for the Phoenix, and this is a repressed or depotted item. So for that one, I have another packaging that does not actually hold what is inside it. Inside, there are some repressed bronzers. So I had a Revolution face palette and had a couple of bronzers, one too light, one too dark. So I crushed them together and created this. So yeah, I would like to finish this all up. The next item is for the troll, and God bless him. The prompt for that is ugly packaging, and I cannot think of anything more ugly than a clear packaged brow gel, because look at that. Isn't that gross? That is just disgusting. Who wants to see that? Like, no. I use this every time I do my brows. And it'll be slow going, but I hope that within a year I can finish it and get rid of this, and then I will never ever purchase a brow gel in clear packaging ever again. I didn't purchase this, I got this in a glossy box, but yeah, I don't want that. That's disgusting. I don't want that in my collection, so I want to use that all up. The next item is for a unicorn, and for that we need a new or untouched product. Now I will say I have swatched this, but I have not worn this as of yet, and that is my MAC Painterly paint pot. So I've heard loads of people like calling about this being, you know, God's gift, and I wanted to try it out, so I purchased it. It does suit my skin tone, so I'm happy to wear this as an eye base, but yeah, it's brand new. The only time I've touched it is to swatch it to make sure that it was the right colour for me when I received it, but that is it. That's all I've done with it. So I want to try and hit pan with this. That might be a large goal, but I figure if I'm using it as an eye base with every eye look I create, then I could possibly hit pan in a year's time. This is going to be slow but steady wins the race kind of product. So yeah, that's that one. The next item is for the vampire, and we had to choose a blood red product. So I went with a mini KVD lipstick. I hate the name of this, so can read that for yourself. It grosses me out. It's a red lipstick, which I very rarely wear, but it is only a mini. I would like to try and wear this 10 times, and you might think, well, that's an easy goal, but for me, I don't wear red lipsticks, and I have far too many in my collection. I would like to eventually, maybe possibly pan a red lipstick, and try and focus on at least one red lipstick a year to try and finish it. So I figure if I can get started with 10 uses on this and see what happens, then I can go from there in the future. So yeah, 10 uses on that KVD mini lipstick. The next item is for the werewolf, and for that we need a celestial themed product. And for this one, I went with an e.l.f. liquid metallic eyeshadow in Aurora. I think that's celestial. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't care, I'm going to use it anyway. It's beautiful, it's stunning, and it's green, my favourite colour. So that is the colour there. As you can see, these shades are all working really well together. So yeah, I want to have 10 uses on this product. The next item is for the witch or wizard, and for that we need a magic themed product, and I had to really stretch this prompt, so bear with me. The the product I have chosen is this I Heart Revolution, the Little Mermaid lip gloss, and it has this pinky, purpley kind of, there it is there, kind of shimmer to it. And I've recently been getting into lip glosses, so I know that I can work through these pretty quickly. I'm already nearly finished 2 this year that were brand new at the beginning of the year, so I'm quite happy with that. So I figure I can finish this in a year's time, so that is the goal. And how this is linked to magic, we're gonna have a story here. So in the story of the Little Mermaid goes to the Sea Witch to ask her to change her tail into legs, and the Sea Witch uses magic to do that. So that's how I've linked it. I couldn't find any other product in my collection that was magic themed. It was a real stretch, I tell you. I really had to use my imagination for this one. But yeah, the Little Mermaid lip gloss from I Heart Revolution. I would like to use this up completely. So yeah, that's that item. And then the last item is for the zombie, and for that it is a product that is falling apart. And remember right at the beginning I said you would see this palette again. Well, here we are, because this palette, the clasp has broken, which happens a lot with these I Heart Revolution chocolate patch palettes. The clasps have broken on me on 1 or 2 of them, and I know that in the past I've also had the hinges on one of my chocolate palettes actually break, and I had to declutter that palette completely. So yeah, this is practically falling apart on me, and I know with more constant use it's probably gonna go. So for this one I want to hit pan in this shade here, which is the shade Chalk. In this palette, yes, another green. Can you tell I like greens? This is much more of a murkier green. So it is that one there. And I would like to hit pan in that shade. So again, trying to hit pan in every shade in this palette before I declutter it. So yeah, that's it. That is this project. And all of the products. As I say, I will be working on all of these projects slowly but surely, but really focusing in on just a few for each update. So you won't see all of the products for every update. But that is it. That is my intro. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you to Ali for creating such a fantastic project. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when my next video comes up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!